morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest, Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela. We just got in this brand new 2025 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse living quarters. We haven't seen a 3-horse here in a real long time, so we're going to go and take you through this one, show you what all it has to offer. Before we get to the trailer, let's go ahead and pull up those drawings and review those numbers together. Starting with your Cimarron drawing, an overall view of the trailer, we are looking at that standard 8 feet wide. We will be 7 foot 7 inches tall on this one, with a really manageable floor length of only 25 feet on this guy. You're getting a 10 foot 8 in your Outlaw interior, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that drawing and show you a closer look at that interior. You are going to have the up front kitchen on this one, standard queen size nose in the mattress. We'll have that sofa sleeper and our electric slide out. We do have a full bathroom on this one with a walk-through to that stall area. Everyone loves those pass-through doors, so we do have one on this trailer. But again, a 10 foot 8 Outlaw. This is going to be their Pro line package. So for those of you that are not familiar with Outlaw Pro lines, this is going to be more of their pre-packaged interior option. It is not any less quality-wise. It just has a little bit more of their basic finishes, basic pre-packaged options. Still, you're going to get their true real hardwood. You're going to get the 3-year warranty. You're going to have all of the awesome Outlaw options in here, just slightly less with your Pro line. So keeping it really great option for a lot of customers with this trailer. Starting on the outside, we still have that push of button electric awnings for your outdoor living space here. We do have exterior speakers, got an exterior light up there. We've got a strip of LEDs under this awning as well, which will get some light out here. And then exterior outlets. I always think like charging for your phones or speakers if you're not using these speakers. But I had a customer the other day that came to pick up his 4-horse living quarters, and they had mentioned they were super excited about this so they could charge their electric scooters. And I was like, oh, okay. So there's options for everyone. Whatever you guys think is best for this outlet, it's outside for you guys. We do have that sliding screen door on this one, stepping inside. But we'll go ahead and get in here and check this one out. We'll just kind of start up front and work our way around as we do. Like I mentioned earlier, this one has the up front kitchen. This is just what we do when we try and get them really small packaged for you guys. Keep them really manageable for those that maybe like to go camping with these. They go up to the trailheads, they go in the RV campgrounds, and they need that small floor plan. This is going to be it. We have your kitchen sink up front here, smaller kitchen sink, but we still got one on here. We did get quite a bit of counter space, I thought, with this corner kitchen setup. You can have lots of counter space back into here, as well as having that recessed cooktop. You can use this as counter space as well. And then only a slightly recessed cooktop. I've been liking these ones lately because you still get the counter space and the accessibility with the pot size. You're not going to be so limited when it truly is recessed down in there. So I like having kind of the best of both worlds with that option right there. And then up behind that, we have your window here with your day and night blinds. So 2 blinds there. We've got our door shut, but you do have a window right behind your kitchen there. It does pop out so you can get some airflow when you're cooking right here. We've got our light and our fan up above. And I do have a microwave on this one, just your smaller size microwave. It's not a convection oven, but you still do get a microwave in here, which is very popular with a lot of customers. Over here, we've got some cabinet space there, maybe some pantry or just other kitchen items that you're going to need stored in this space will fit up in there. Below that, we've got your AM, FM radio, also does auxiliary and Bluetooth capabilities. This is going to be where you guys saw those exterior speakers. You can see it says zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3 on those buttons right there. So zone 1 is going to be inside up in your nose. Zone 2 will be your living space, and then zone 3 will be those exterior speakers. And then back up in here, we've got another set of outlets and USB plugins. Moving up into the nose, we do have one of our TVs on a swivel right there. So it's going to have this little chain right here. You guys are going to pull down on this, and that will release that swivel arm. You can swivel it up into the nose. You could face back here into your living space. And then our standard full queen size mattress up here. We do have some of that wardrobe storage up in the nose. That's going to be great to store that extra bedding that you guys might need for either this bed or your sofa sleeper. Kind of shove all those extra pillows and blankets up in there and get them out of the way. You're going to have an outlet up there as well as a light switch, which is nice. You can control those lights up there versus having to always climb back out to flip those. We do have that window on each side, again, kind of just your emergency exit, as well as getting you guys some ventilation throughout there. Got some lights, some speakers, and then some duct work up there. Over here, we've got another cabinet right here. I'll pop this open so we can see what we got going on inside of there. But Outlaw does a truly phenomenal job of getting you guys as much storage as you possibly can in these trailers. Even on these shorter 10'8", you're still going to have lots of options here. Looks like we've got our wardrobe closet here, so this is going to be more of your hanging space. And then it looks like, I didn't notice before I got in here, but it looks like underneath is going to be our movable table on this guy. They've hidden it under the bed for transportation purposes, but this is going to be your carpeted base for that table, which is really nice because then you can slide it anywhere you want to. So we actually have a lot of customers that will slide this over towards their kitchen and use it as additional countertop space in their kitchen, but then they can slide it over in front of their sofa, use it as an eating space, or use it as a mobile workstation for those of you that work remotely. But it does match your kitchen countertops, so you are going to have that extra tabletop space, carpeted base, and then your stand over there for it. But hiding under there, we do have an electric slide out on this one. Does not have water on board, so your water's actually going to be up here on your drop wall right there underneath that storage. But when you do put your water over there and you have your sofa over here, you actually gain a little bit more storage under here, which I have a customer who's building a trailer right now, and she did the same thing where she moved her water on her drop wall. She did do a hydraulic slide out, but this just gave her a little bit more storage and just accessibility under there to clean as well. But then you have your sofa sleeper here, which, having nothing under it, you got that storage, and then it will slide down into your bed space there. All the way around, you're going to have more of those windows that open for ventilation. They've got the day and night blinds. Those are going to work really well when you're parked either at those RV campgrounds, you're at fairgrounds horse showing out of it, maybe you're underneath those street lights. That's really going to block out some of that light for you guys. And then putting this away, you're just going to pick up here and then pull on the back of it, and it just tucks away. Super easy to do. Up above, just a couple more storage options up here as well. And then working our way back this direction, we do have our pocket door, our sliding door right here into our full-size bathroom. Start over here, huge closet on this one. Got double rods, so you got 2 of your hanging spaces there. Never hurts to have too much of that. Toilet right here, we do have it, that somewhat full-length mirror up above, and then that pass-through to your stall area. A lot of people look for this. They want this option because of this feature right here, being able to step straight outside or straight inside. You have that escape door on your stud stall there, which again we'll check out as we get to the trailer itself. But being able to come in from the exterior, use that stud stall as your mudroom, and then step right into your bathroom and be able to just rinse off before getting into your living quarters is a very nice feature for a lot of people that really look for that. So nice to have that on this one. Bathroom vanity. I love their bathroom vanities. Everyone, it's always so big, so deep, and then they have those lips on them, so everything that you do store in there, it's not going to come flying out once you park somewhere and open that. Got outlets in here as well. Did get a bathroom sink on here. Again, a little bit smaller, but you still get one in here, which is great to have a full-size bathroom in this size short wall. Do have some storage below, as well as access to your water pump and drain valves as labeled, which is so nice. And then our shower over here does have the skylight up above, as well as that removable shower head, so that you guys can take this and move this around. Especially for those of us that are taller, I'll step in here to demonstrate. Just so you guys know, I'm six foot tall if you round up. Still plenty of head clearance in here, so Very good size shower, even for the RV size showers. Always nice having that skylight for extra light and extra headroom. But as we step out on our right over here is going to be our fridge freezer combination. It is the 6.0 fridge freezer combination, but still you guys will notice in these 10-foot 8 short walls, the 12 foots, 10 foots, anything in this size range, you're really honestly going to have a hard time finding anything that's not that dorm size fridge freezer. So having something that is a full size 6.0 fridge freezer is great to have on this size of trailer. Behind those doors, we've got our tanks right here. You can see the levels of your tanks. Don't always trust these because they're just, sometimes things will stick. I've had a lot of customers call me and be like, hey, I just emptied them. It's still reading as full. It will take time to adjust as well. So just give it a little bit, but those will read for you later on. You got your thermostat right here to run your furnace, your AC, and then your propane valve up here to just show you if you've got propane running to this trailer. A little bit more storage up here. And then obviously I missed in my kitchen over here. I was too excited about the counter space and moving on, but you do have drawers here as well. As well as this cabinet here. Again, just trying to get you as much storage anywhere in these trailers as possible. Outlaw is really great at that. So we've got our magazine rack right here. Stores full size. Up above, we've got 2 hat racks right here. So storage for those cowboy hats is great to keep them up off the floor, up off the counter space. Store them up there, keeps them nice and clean. And then over here, as we exit, I'm just going to keep calling it our control panel. Got your water heater switch right here. All of your light switches for inside are right here. These do work outside as well. Our awning, I said it was electric. Push of a button's right here. That slide out is electric as well. And then we do have an Onan 4.0 gas generator on board. So this switch here is going to be your fuel tank level, your fuel gauge. That will show you how much fuel. You guys can see 7.6 hours. They're brand new, installed at Outlaw. They do run them down there. We do run them here as well, service them. So they're going to gain some hours, but they are brand new, fully on board and covered by Outlaw for 3 years because they installed it. Same kind of with your microwave. Anything that Outlaw installs that they touch, they do cover it for 3 years, even if that manufacturer warranty was only 1 year on the microwave. They are so great to work with, and they do have 24/7 customer support. So you can call them at any time and they will walk you through and troubleshoot anything that you have wrong with your trailer. So they are awesome to work with. We'll keep on moving back to the Cimarron side of our trailer. Right here on our hip side, we did do every other drop downs. So we've got a huge sliding bus window in the middle, and then we've got drops for first and third horse. These do lock into place, so you can drive with these down. They're not going to catch air. I know I was driving home a couple weeks ago, and I saw a trailer that didn't have these huge, heavy-duty, custom-made windows. They're more prefabricated. They're just ready to kind of screw in and install. They're more of a plastic one, and I did see them. They were driving at about kind of like this as they were going down the road because they were just holding that wind. These are so nice because they are going to stay down. 2 tandems on this one, aluminum wheels. Just confirm with my build sheet here real quick. They are 7,000 pound axles, so you're gonna have your GVWR of 14,000 on this one. And then taking you back up top, we've got our 16-inch awning LED right there over this side. We've got tie rings on this side, so visibility for those. Keep going up, and we've got a 6-foot sheeted side hay rack. So it's not a hay pod, does not have a lid, but it does have those sheeted sides, which is nice. You guys can throw some stuff up there and strap it down. And then right behind that's going to be our generator box. Again, Onan 4.0 gas generators up there. But we'll keep working our way around back here. So it's 8 foot wide. We went with the 2 50/50 doors on this guy. You do have a collapsible rear tack on this one, which is just nice for versatility purposes. It is still a great size tack room, and I really liked when I was reviewing this trailer when it came in that our fuel tank is actually located in the manger versus back here. So you don't have that big corner triangle fuel tank back there taking up space. You don't have that smell in your tack room either. So I just thought that was really cool on this one. You guys can see all the fuel lines running through there, but again, just gives you more space in here, a lot more floor space as well. We do have a big ultra-bright LED light in here for visibility. Our Cimarron saddle racks right here, which I love so much. They're just so great as far as grip factor with that carpet there, holds it on there, and their wither block that they have trial and error tested and designed. They know it works. I know it works. I've got one and I love them. These do fully adjust as well, so you can slide them up and down anywhere on this post. If you guys needed to add more, you could add some more. If you wanted to throw some saddle pad racks in there, you could throw those in there as well. If you wanted to slide them up and get some stuff underneath here, you could do that as well. But this post that these saddle racks are on is actually removable, so you can just completely take that out and fold this wall over. So if you guys were going to use it to haul an ATV, depending on width, this one does have mangers, but if you needed something a little bit bigger in here, maybe if you've got a horse that just needs more space when it loads, you guys can get rid of this. Over on this wall though, we've got our bridle hooks with carpet behind, and you guys can see our shore power cord is right here as well. So you do have that generator, but if you need to plug in for power, full hookups, and save some hours on there, you've got that right there. On our door is where our saddle pads are currently located. I've got one of these on mine. I love this swing out rack, although I never really do swing mine out. I just don't feel the need because of when you do swing it in, it's on that gas shock. So there's no hardware right here. You don't have any interference, so it works just fine for me to slide them on and off that way. And I do stack mine. I've got pads and liners, and it holds a bunch of pads. Down below, our brush tray does have those holes in the bottom to drain. I know we're getting to that point right now. I woke up and I was leaving this morning and it was a little chillier than 45 degrees. So we're getting close enough for me in my mind, but we're getting closer to that freezing level where if you forget to take out your fly spray, your mane and tail detangler, they might freeze and then melt and thaw out and then spill in there. So you guys can clean those out. Stepping up here into our horse area, we'll go ahead and work our way all the way up front here. As we saw inside, our pass through to our bathroom. So it's going to take you straight into your LQ right here. But then you do have your escape door right here. This one will have a chest bar. Since there's no manger, if you do have a horse in here, you will be able to put that up so they don't escape. It's got those D-rings on it to hang your corner feeder right there because it doesn't have that manger. Still does come with those 2 tie rings, still has a drop down window on it as well, just doesn't have the manger right here. So getting you guys accessibility in here if you wanted to just use this one as storage. Maybe you only got 2 horses going down the road, going camping, going horse showing with. Stack this one up with your hay, your shavings. I've got those Rubbermaid tubs from Home Depot I stack in here with all my extra stuff that I just don't want shavings blowing in. I've actually had some customers also install maybe some hooks here or here to use as their mudroom instead if they just know it's not really going to be used for horses very often. But we do have a stud stall on this one, so when you do store your stuff in here, it's not going to slide through. We do have padded dividers on this one. Oh, mine does not have padded dividers. I love the padded dividers. I probably will at some point. When I remember to bring it back over here, add them on mine. I just think it's nice for comfortability for your horses. Mine go to the vet more than I care to admit, and it feels like they're always driving home sleepy, leaning on these dividers. So I think the padding is just really nice for them to have. These ones all the way around are bar type or airflow, so you'll have it in your divider as well as your head grills right here in between your mangers. So full on air right there, especially if you have horses that travel better when they can see their buddy. Now they'll be able to see. Drop down windows on the head side, which we'll check out when we get outside. Each one's gonna have 2 tie rings. I just love the versatility of that. I'm a big believer, especially with my guys who, if you throw hay in here, they're just gonna nose it out and throw it to the ground. I will tie a hay net up here on this one and they can pick out of the hay net when it falls into here. Now they can clean it up out of here. I tie them over right here. And then if you're traveling, you can drop these windows down and set a bucket in here as well and offer them some water that way. But again, just so many different options you can do with these trailers, with these setups. And you guys can see how much room we're getting right here as we step in and out. This is tons of clearance, but again, if you have a horse that prefers this wall to just be folded up out of the way, you're gonna have all the way to about here. So you'll have quite a bit more clearance. And then we do have a butt bar back here on this one. If you guys want to come back in real quick, I'll make you come back in and check this out. This is a really cool feature that we started doing, is putting it on this sliding track right here. And then you guys can see down there, it's kind of tucked into a home is what I'll call it. Of course, now I'm going to show you and I'm going to struggle with it. Okay, got a little cold after getting washed, kind of got stuck in there, but they do work better than that. So you're just going to pop that out, and now you guys can see on this track, it's going to slide up and down so easily. So now you're just going to slide it where you need it and put it in. Simple as that. So now that your horse is in that last stall, let's say Willie's back here, my horse, he likes to leave as soon as you open the door. Safety feature right here is a really great one to have, and just having this design here, which makes everything so much easier and smoother and safer, that instead of just tucking it away, and usually they tie in right here and then they hit the ground about there and they set at this angle, which is then you either gonna have to kind of tuck it up in here or it kind of comes out the door. They just kind of get in the way. Now you've got your sliding track and you can just stick it right back in there. So really, really cool design there. They're so innovative and they're always willing to listen to us. We run Cimarrons ourselves. We come through, whenever a new trailer comes in, us as salesmen and our manager, we do come through these trailers and we think about how we would use them and what we could do better. And Cimarron is just so receptive to that. They will actually be here next week. So make sure you tune in next week and check out their videos that they're gonna do with us. But we'll step around to our head side. Oh, we're gonna stop right here because I'm gonna show you guys our easy angle ladder before we get too far, but also really easy to use as long as I demonstrate it correctly. But you'll just pop open this latch right here, which you can lock. Pop that open, pick it up, and then slide it down. So super easy to use, gets you that angle getting up into your hay rack up there, checking on your generator. It's a lot easier than climbing straight up and down, especially if you are carrying stuff, if you're carrying your lighter weight items up there. Much easier getting in and out. And then to put it away, it does lock back into place right there. That way you never have to worry about it jiggling loose and then coming out and sliding behind you down the road. All of our new 24s and newer, so 25 on this guy, our tail lights have built-in reverse lights. And then all of our switches right here for your left hand, your interior, your load lights, and your right hand side. Now we can go back to our head side. So the fill tank for our generator is going to be right there. Super easy when you do drive through a gas station or a truck stop to just throw some fuel in there. I believe it's a 9-gallon fuel tank on this one. And then our drop down windows, which I've talked about and haven't showed you yet. Really nice that they are the same quality as our hip windows, and they will lock into place like that so you can drive with them open. When you do need to get in there and check on them, you can drop these jail bars down really easily and get in there and check on your horses. Obviously, maybe throw a step stool in your manger so you can actually get up there. I have tried and forgot to pack one before and tried to lift some water buckets up there and ended up with more water on myself than offered to my horse. So always nice to live and learn and share with you guys on my videos there. When you do shut these, they are very airtight, so just make sure you slam them. Give them lots of good pressure right there at your latch. If you don't want them all the way down, you do have a sliding bus window here. And then you guys can see there's going to be that fuel tank, which I talked about earlier. Still doesn't take up even half of a manger there. You guys can use that as almost a shelf, store some stuff on top. And then you have all of this space right here. Works really well as a mobile feed room. When you set your grain bags in here, they fit perfectly between the wheel well and that manger wall right there. You guys can scoop right out of there. Also fits pitchforks, water buckets, grain buckets, anything like that. Keeps it out of your tack room and then out of your living quarters. And if you don't have that lid up top, you don't have to strap stuff down up there. Then our escape door right here on our front stall. This is going to get you access to that stud stall, gets you access to your bathroom. If you're using this as storage or that mudroom entrance, this is going to be that door. It does have two different locks on it because you guys can see if your horse is on the other side, they could play with this and get that to pop open. So we went ahead and added a butterfly latch here as well, or a paddle latch. Go ahead and shut that now. If they mess with that, they're never going to be able to get out as long as that is shut. Did do a full down step getting in and out of there, which is nice to have. Amber turn signals on both sides. So hiding right behind this door, we've got a couple living quarters features here. Your black and gray water tanks, they dump right there. Those are your dump valves. They're labeled for you. And then right up above that, we have our city water connection. So this is going to be if you go somewhere with full hookups, not just electric. If they have full water hookups, you will just screw in your water hookup right there to have on-demand water. Stepping around the back side of our electric slide out, we'll get up to the front. And this is going to be where you plug in your shore powers right here. So we saw that shore power cord. You guys can run your generator. If you want to save some hours and you have plugins, you're just going to plug in for 30 amp service right here. And then finishing up front, I do have it plugged in right now. I didn't want to run the gen, so I do have it plugged in, but this could run on batteries as well. I just figured as long as I'm going to video it for a while, I might as well get it to charge a little bit while I'm here. But you can run all of that you guys seen on these batteries. They do have a battery disconnect back in there. So if you do turn your batteries on and then you use them for lights, get to where you're going, you're kind of in a hurry, you just want to leave without double checking lights, just flip that off. Make sure you don't drain your batteries. But if you do, you can run that generator and get them to charge back up. But there's that hiding in there. We did do two 30-pound propane tanks on this one, so they are the bigger ones. Dual electric jacks, always nice to have on a living quarters regardless of the size, so that you will have the flexibility to adjust those and make sure you are level before you get to sleep up in there. Full size matching spare tire. We do have a drain valve for our freshwater tank right there. You could use that to fill buckets and wash stuff off, but keep in mind that it's going to drain your house water. So we actually have a lot of customers, especially with these hay racks, is what they're going to do is they're going to go up there and put one of those 48-gallon half moon water tanks. They'll put the flat side down. You have 48 gallons up there. You'll run a hose off of that and they'll run it down, like loop it through their ladder so that it will stay there when they drive. And they'll use that to water their horses versus taking out of their fresh water. And then last but not least, up there we've got storage for those hoses to dump your black and gray tanks. So kind of just a quick recap. Again, this is a 2025 Cimarron 3-horse LQ with your Outlaw Pro line conversion inside, 25 foot on the floor. So really great floor length. Still going to be that 8 foot wide, 7'7" tall, 10'8" short wall here. 3-horse with the mangers, and then that folding rear tack. We've got the hay rack and an onboard generator. So lots of cool features on this one. Still making it the perfect runaround trailer. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to check out these spec sheets and these drawings that we saw at the beginning of the video, just give me a call, shoot me a text. My cell phone's 303-918-6367. This will show up on your screen as well. But then my email, Michaela.hall@transwest.com. I would love to help you guys out, answer any questions, and send you these if you want to review them together. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week, and have a great rest of your week.